Hey guys, welcome back. I haven't seen you guys in like 2 months, but I'm back. And this episode, there's not even going to be a suggestion because I actually got some stuff from my own life that can maybe apply to you guys that I'm working on. So, recently, without going into a lot of detail, I've been a pretty bad friend. Just overall, not the best person I could be to the people I care about in my life. At first, when I realized all of it and it all clicked in my head, I was just really sad about it. And I'm still really sad about it. But the thing is, this is the first time in like actually so many years where I'm the bad guy in my own story. So I've never had to really think about me being like a bad person. So now that I'm faced with all of that, if you read the title of the video, you know what I'm going to say, but I actually think it's kind of okay to hurt people. Occasionally, of course, and not physically. All right, YouTube, you hear me? No physically violence, no violence, none of that. Okay. Let's leave that there. But I've just been thinking, as much as it sucks to be the bad guy for once in my life, there's also a lot you can just learn about yourself from having to cope with that fact. Let's be honest now. It doesn't depend on the severity. You've hurt people in your life. I've hurt people. Your neighbor down the street has hurt people. And intentional or not, there's always something to take away from it about yourself. Because you never really think you can be that type of person until you are. And the more I think about my situation, I've been putting myself in other people's shoes throughout my life. Like people in my life who have personally done me wrong. And I find myself not excusing their actions, but understanding that being a human being and living throughout your life isn't all black and white as you want it to be. I've always been aware that there's a gray zone that comes with just living your life as a human, but I don't think I've ever felt more in the gray zone than right now. And there's some things about you as a human being that are locked away by never being in that gray zone. Now, am I saying this to endorse you going out and hurting all your friends and burning all these bridges and yada, yada, yada? No, of course not. I think you should proactively try to not hurt anyone, actually, throughout your whole life. But the thing about being human, I believe, is hurting people is inevitable. I don't think there will ever be a human being on Earth that has not hurt someone close to them in some way, shape, or form. And I don't even think that's like a nihilistic point of view on things. I think that's just an irrefutable and escapable fact. But the more I think about the people I've observed in my own life who have also done bad things, and this isn't me trying to place myself above anyone, we're all different humans at the end of the day, I think I've mostly observed people wallow in their own pity when they make mistakes, instead of actually taking things away from the experience. Because being sad is one of the biggest comforts someone can have in their life. And the thing about doing that is nothing gets fixed that way. You feel bad for a while, and then you kind of just distract yourself until you start to forget about it all. And I feel like that's what the majority of people do, at least what I've observed. I feel like there's no life lessons in that besides like, wow, I'm an asshole, I'm just gonna be an asshole forever type of thing. And I think getting trapped in that mindset about things is detrimental to being human and living your life. I think when mistakes are made, you should embrace being the bad guy in said situations. You don't learn anything by not taking accountability. But I'm finding it really important to actually think about the situations you're put through and how you react and how you can react better in the future. Every day, the more I think about the bad I've done, I get hopeful for the good I can do in the future because I've understood the bad that's already happened, if that makes sense. This is kind of just me talking in circles, I guess. But what I'm trying to say is don't just beat yourself up when you hurt somebody because it's going to happen once. It's going to happen twice. And it's important to find the key takeaways of every experience that doesn't really go that well for you. It's important to know that as long as you're trying to overcome what's going on and who you were in the past, then you're obviously not going to be that person forever. It's important to not get stuck in the moment forever. You have to keep that moment in the moment, in the future, in the future. You need to make mistakes before you can overcome them. It's just the hard part is actually being in a mindset to overcome them. And I think as long as you're aware that you can overcome something, then you're a lot more likely to overcome it. And it's important to just not get stuck in place over it. So yeah, that's my little hole in the wall episode. And even though I've talked in circles, I hope you can apply at least something from this little yap session to your own life. Because I know some of this is stuff I'd want to hear like 2 years ago. So send me more submissions and I'll see you guys later.